For over 13 years, Newport Healthcare, through Newport Academy for Teens and now Newport Institute for Young Adults, has provided sustainable healing for young people and their families. Their focus is all about transforming lives and restoring relationships within the family unit for improved quality of life. Joining me today is Clinical Director Kelly Kruger. She has 20 years of experience working with adults, adolescents, and children in residential, outpatient, and in-home settings. Kelly is passionate about providing the highest quality care for those struggling with mental health issues and training others to do the same. Nicole Trosvik, Director of Residential Services, has over 10 years of experience working in mental health services, with the majority of those years being dedicated to mental health residential programs. Nicole has experience with treatment planning, utilization reviews, clinical care consultations, milieu management, and has held a variety of roles in residential treatment programs. Welcome to you both, and thank you so much for joining me today.
Yes, thanks for having us. We're excited to share more about Newport.
Yeah, thank you so much. Happy to be here.
All right. So at the core of every organization are the values that shape the services, staff, and successful outcomes based on your mission and on your vision. Talk with us about those values and how Newport defines them.
Yes, so we have our values. The first one being patient first, love, excellence, empathy, and connection. So patients first, we will always put a patient's safety and well-being first in all of our decision making. And then love, we'll love you until you love yourself. So that is something within Newport that we will say to every young person coming to us, is that we will love you until you're able to do this on your own. And we teach them how to do that. And then excellence, we employ a standard of excellence in all that we do. So we have high clinical standards, high rates of outcomes for our clinical programming and our curriculum. And then empathy. So we don't just show you the way out of the darkness, we'll walk out of it with you. So every young person who comes to us, we're going to show them how to do that. So we're going to walk alongside of them and show them what it means to trust in themselves, care in themselves, and to care about others as well. And then connection. So we facilitate the building of authentic connections, first with yourself and then with the community around you. So again, we're teaching young people that you can love yourself and you can care about yourself, and how we're going to do this. And we're going to teach them that that's important, and that's important in their healing. And then get them connected to the community around them so that they can share their progress and share all the good things that they're doing with their mental health and taking care of themselves. And we have our mission and our vision. So our mission is we are a results-driven healing organization that provides a state-of-the-art integrated care to individuals and families struggling with mental health concerns. We provide a foundation of well-being to foster sustainable healing and resilience in teens, young adults, families, and communities. So looking at our mission of state-of-the-art integrated care, so we do partner with people in the community and providers in the community to bring in different experiences for our young people, again, to aid and to walk with them in their healing journey. So we look to partner with people to provide yoga, to provide fitness, to provide MMA classes. So again, we can show people there are different ways that, that you can heal and that you can address your mental health needs. So empowering lives, restoring families. We want to be the innovator in behavioral health treatment, a pioneer in removing the stigma around mental health, and the leading provider of sustainable healing. So again, we're here to walk them through their journey and to be with them and to coach them and guide them and to teach them so that they can get better and they can return to their community.
That's fantastic. It sounds like a very, very safe space. That stigma around mental health certainly does not empower individuals. And it's clear that your client-centered approach is focused on lasting change, and has been a lasting change for tens of thousands of teens, young adults, and their families since 2008. And most recently, Newport Healthcare has established programs in Minnesota. Please share with us a little bit more about Newport's career opportunities.
Yeah, so we've opened multiple programs in Minnesota. We have two small houses in Wright County, Minnesota, Buffalo and Monticello. And these are the Newport Institute houses. So these treat young adults, kind of that 18 to 28 age range. And at those programs, we are definitely looking for a broad range of individuals. You would think a small house doesn't need that much, but really we need so much. We have care coordinators, and these are our direct care staff members. So these are individuals who are with our clients all day long, monitoring them, keeping them safe, keeping them on track with their day. And we also have, nurses, we have learning lab. So we have teachers in the young adult houses who help our young adults. Maybe they're finishing their GED, maybe they're trying to apply for college, maybe they're looking for their first job. And so these are people who are helping our young adults as they make that transition into adulthood. We're also looking for programming. So the programming staff, facilities, we need culinary staff, nurses, clinical, HR representatives, so many things. And we've also opened a large campus in St. Cloud. This will, at its completion, be a 60-bed campus. It will treat 60 adolescents. And there too, such a broad range of need for us as an employer, programming, facilities, culinary nurses, HR, we need housekeepers, receptionists, and there's just kind of no end to what we would need on such a large campus, IT. So we're definitely a good kind of competitive employer. We have amazing benefits. We do tuition reimbursement. We have sign-on bonuses and referral bonuses going right now because we're a new employer to the area and we have such a high need to fill.
Wow, a lot of great opportunities, even to establish yourself in a career at the ground level with Newport. And my understanding is that there's many opportunities to also grow professionally within the organization into more of those clinical roles.
Yes, definitely. So we have a lot of opportunity for growth in and out of the clinical department. So inside of even the programming department, talking about that care coordinator role, you
Hmm.
can start off as what we call a care coordinator one. And these are people who have maybe never, ever done this before.
Hmm.
And these are people who, as they learn and as they grow, kind of every 6 months are eligible to promote within that. And so they can go from a one to a two to a three to a lead. So over the course of 2 years, you can be someone who's never done this before to leading other people and helping them learn and grow. We also have a lot of people who start out with Newport as some of those support staff members. So we may
Hmm.
have people who start out as housekeepers or maintenance technicians, cooks, porters, dishwashers, and they move into these programming roles and eventually move up through the chain. And then as you kind of grow in your education, being able to look at kind of some of those other more professional development roles is also something that Newport can offer to qualified candidates.
That's excellent. All right. So, with all that being said, now that we know about these career opportunities, tell us a little bit more about what you're looking for in a qualified candidate.
Yeah, so one of the super awesome things about Newport is that they qualifications can go from everything from a GED or high school diploma all the way up through master's degrees and PhDs.
Mm.
So we can really take a broad range of individuals. Basically, if you are passionate about helping people who have, mental health needs, and you're open and flexible and have that really that client centered that Kelly had talked about earlier, being able to meet people where they're at and wanting to help them do better, be better, grow and learn, this is going to be the place for you. Those roles that we talked about earlier, so those programming department, that direct care staff, housekeepers, maintenance technicians, those are all roles that are completely entry level.
Hmm.
So a high school diploma or a GED would be all you need. And then as you kind of have your degree in your education, you can grow inside of there. So you could even start with us as a care coordinator 2 or a 3 if you have your degree completed. If you have your nursing license, you can start with us as a registered nurse. We have LPN and CNA openings. and a variety of things even inside of the clinical department as well.
All right. Well, so now how to apply. The best spot is probably going to be going to your careers page. And, you know, we do know that students and graduates are really never guaranteed a position. I do often speak with students and grads about brushing up on their interviewing skills to be successful in receiving a job offer. You can see here on the screen Job Connect, which is Rasmussen's online job board. Currently, you have LPN and RN positions listed, as well as art therapist, counselor, family therapist. So jumping back to what Nicole said about, coming in at an entry level or coming in at a higher position, just kind of based on your education. There's some good examples of that there. All right. So what else do you want to share with us today about other employment opportunities or other advice that you might have about becoming a team member at Newport Healthcare?
I think one of the good benefits that Newport has is because we're just starting in Minnesota, but we're a national agency. So our opportunities are widespread and far reaching. We have people who work with us on the Minnesota team from all over the country, people who work from home, people who work on our sites. And so this is really a great employer to start out with. And as maybe you start out in one of those kind of ground level, entry level positions, but the opportunity for growth is really exponential from kind of ground level here in Minnesota all the way up into our national leadership teams. And so I think something that is really cool about Newport is as you grow in your education and as you grow in your own experiences, you have the opportunity to do kind of so much with this company. And so I think it would be great to hear from Kelly a little bit about our clinical department and how, as you grow and maybe get some of those higher level degrees, you could have opportunities within clinical.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So within the clinical department, we have counselors who are mastered prepared clinicians working towards full licensure as licensed marriage and family therapists, professional counselors, that would be an LPCC or LICSWs. So, a lot of times people will get into working for a really great company like Newport, maybe start off in the programming department with Nicole, and maybe they are going to school and getting their master's degree in a clinical program. And so we would absolutely look at that person to say, hey, would you be a good fit for one of our counselor roles? And from a counselor role, you can move into, once you get your license as a mental health professional, you could grow and move into our individual therapist and our family therapist positions. We also have associate clinical director positions, family program manager. So like Nicole is talking about, the growth opportunities within Newport are just so great, not only at our site, but nationally as well. So it's definitely a company that you can come and grow with us, and kind of see where it takes you. It's really exciting.
Sounds really exciting. I
Yeah.
want to thank you so much for being with us today and sharing more about all the fantastic opportunities that Newport Healthcare has to offer.